If you've worked with a lot of different colleagues now, and you've seen in the history of your teaching career that there's folks who in college got A++ on their lesson design because it was planned so perfectly and everything was written out in detail, and then when they went to deliver it, it was a mess. Well-planned lessons do not guarantee that they will be delivered well. So what do we need to think about? What do we be able to know and be able to do when we're delivering that lesson? One of the pitfalls that I know I fell into, and luckily I had caring colleagues who gave me a lot of good feedback, was in the way I gave directions. In the beginning, when I was a beginning teacher, I would give directions that weren't really in a logical flow. They made sense to me, but they didn't make sense to my students. I would start my sentences with verbs, and the students would be getting up to do things right away, and it was, no, not yet, I still have more directions to give. So how we give directions is a leverage to get the class done in an orderly way. Once I learned how to give directions in a logical flow, tell the students, not yet, I'm going to tell you what to do, I'm going to show you what to do, it's going to be written down what to do, at that point we'll go actually do it. One of the tweaks that a very brilliant colleague of mine, when I was in observing her, when she had something really important to say, she had this big sombrero hat that had the little chenille balls on the end of it, and she would say, class, class, and she would put that sombrero on, and boy did she have every student's attention. And then she gave that important direction that she had to do. So when the kids, after she had taught them this for the first week of school, she would go to get that hat, and as she started putting it on, she didn't even have to say class, class, because the students were all, wondering what's coming next, because the hat was such an attention grabber. So we have giving those clear directions in a logical flow, putting that attention grabber on, the sombrero. Your personality may not lend itself to a big sombrero, and that's okay. I'm not saying you have to do that. But what could you do? Could you just put on a baseball cap, or could you ring a chime, or some kind of connection that at this point, my brain knows I'm supposed to be paying attention to you.